Welcome to the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show at a new time today, 10 o'clock a.m. from Chick-fil-A. Coach, this season's kind of taught us to be flexible. For the second time this season, we've had to shuffle around game times, or I guess not game time, but game location this time. 2 weeks ago, I guess, when we played Catholic, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks ago? Anyway, had to move that game twice. So this one, just because of Hurricane Helene, actually shifting this to Wetumpka. Let's talk about that a little bit. I guess we swap the series, so next year they'll come here.
Correct. We swapped home to home, so instead of them coming here this year, we'll go there on Friday, and then they return the favor next year.
Okay, so it'll just cost us. So that means, and I hadn't looked close, but normally you try to split home and away games. So will that be 4 home games and 6 away this year? I should.
Yeah. And then next year, we have 6 home games and 4 away.
Okay. All right. Well, good deal. So what about the weather? How did that affect the practice schedule and preparation for this week?
Really, it really didn't affect it that much because we're blessed to have we're on block schedules. So 4th block is football practice for us, my football class. That's considered PE for us, and all the boys and all my coaches down there with us. So we actually just went out during the block during school and try to get practice in as much as we can. And yesterday, we pretty much got it in yesterday, and then we stayed out a little bit and watched film, then let the kids go a little early before the weather got bad.
Okay, so basically the only thing that kind of being omitted is the walkthrough day.
But yeah, which will be today, and no walkthrough day because we don't have any school, so no extracurricular activities. So we'll miss a walkthrough day today, but we'll make it up tomorrow before we get on the bus and leave.
I understand. And of course, I watched a little bit of that earlier this year, and let's talk about the importance of that of Thursday. I mean, I remember when I was in school, it was shorts and headgear, and you just kind of like you call out the team and make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. Is that right? Or what are you trying to, I guess, kind of add to the conversation here? What are you trying to accomplish on a Thursday walkthrough?
Well, Thursday walkthrough is basically just a mental day. We call it play the game, and it's basically trying to, get transition on and off the field, go from offense to defense to special teams to extra point, just see the kids transferring smoothly on and off the field.
Okay. Well, that's good. And, so I guess that's pretty much so it. What can people expect when we get up to Wetumpka? I understand it's a new facility since the last time we went. I think it was 16 the last time Eufaula played at Wetumpka.
Yeah, they got a new stadium. I think it's like 3 or 4, maybe 4 years old, but they got a nice venue. Turf field, jumbotron, and nice visitor side, nice press box. You gotta have plenty of room to park. I know a lot about it because my son, that's where he go to school at, and he plays baseball up there at the Sportsplex. So it's a really nice venue.
How old's your son?
13.
13. So is he playing school athletics as well?
Yes, he played baseball.
Okay. Well, good deal. That's all right. All right. We will step aside for a commercial break here with the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula. Coach Show will be back to review last week's game against Carroll. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole-home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue. Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687. When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them. Unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
Hey, we're back. Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Special time here Thursday morning due to Hurricane Helene. Several changes this week. We already talked about it in the opening, but game moved to Wetumpka. We swapped the home and home series, Coach, and we did not even hit on why the reason for that. I know Wetumpka is a little further west than as Eufaula, but what was the real reason why the game was moved?
Basically, we figured it'd be best to to go there. They have turf on their field there, and it'll be dry compared to us. We have natural grass here, and with all the rain we getting yesterday, and we just thought it'd be best so it won't tear our field up, and we'll have our field for the rest of the year looking good. So because we spent a lot of money, the board do a tremendous job. They spent a lot of money in upkeep on that grass and everything. So we didn't want to take a chance of just tearing that grass all up. So it was best for us to move it there. Like I said, they have turf.
That's right. So we've talked about this before because we talked about the painting robot, how much time it saves you. Painting the field and maintaining the grass field, there's a lot of time and expense in it. I mean, you have any idea what the cost to maintain a grass field is per year?
I don't have an idea, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty up there. And we're thankful to have a board that they they take care of that for us, and constantly, anytime we ask for something about that field and that stadium, I mean, they right there and they react just like that to it. So I want to thank the board for that also.
Okay, well that's good. Well, turf is becoming more and more popular for a variety of reasons, I'm sure. We already played at Russell County on turf this year. I understand Carroll's Field, they just did Super Remodel. They have turf. Charles Henderson has turf. Does Andalusia have turf?
They do.
They do. So so several region opponents have turf now. So it's just becoming
I think it's everybody in our region have turf except for us, Headland and Catholic.
Okay.
And those are the only three that don't have turf.
Well, I mean,
it's just more convenient, more, you can get more sports out there. Like now for us, no one touches our game field until we play on it on Friday and then soccer season. But just having turf more convenient for other sports can get out there. You don't have other sports don't have to wait on like football or soccer. They can just go out there and you got two fields.
Well, you don't have to worry about wear and tear, especially with this weather like this. You don't have to worry about tearing it up. People can practice on it because it's not really going to hurt. I mean, if you practiced, if you didn't have the practice field and you practiced on the game field all the time, it would not look as good as it does now. So, but with that, you could practice where you're going to play. And would you do that? Would if and when we get turf, how often would you practice on the game field?
Oh, I think pretty often.
Yeah, because I would think that now that
meaning that everybody in our region, almost everybody in our region have turf. So I mean, we get used to it.
That's right. That makes sense. Of course, there's turf in the indoor, right?
Correct.
So how would the outdoor turf differ from what's on the indoor practice field?
It just depends. We got really good turf inside the indoor facility. That's probably the best turf you can get inside the indoor. So I mean, that's top notch, and inside the indoor.
Okay. And pros and cons to the turf. I mean, the only negative I've heard from anyone who's put it in is they talked about it absorbs heat, it's hot, but otherwise, I don't know of any negatives to it.
Yeah, everybody got their own opinion about it, but it does get hot. But you also got a way that you can cool it off. But they got a little small irrigation system that you can get with it. But so everybody got their own opinion about it, though.
Well, I have to ask this question: I know back when artificial grass first became a thing and AstroTurf, it was a harder surface, and you would, you get scraped or whatever else, it would burn you, I guess.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, I know how to fall on it for sure. But like you said, AstroTurf is different types of turf. Now you got I think the AstroTurf was the one that when it first came out, but now you got like sulfur turf with the beads and different types of beads on the bottom of it. So
it's softer. Do they put a padding? Is there a padding or something? Sort of like carpet, I guess. Oh well, that's interesting. I just thought that while we had an opportunity that we discuss that a little bit further, and from my own personal knowledge as much as anything. So turn our attention to last week's game. It was homecoming. You had a lot of distractions always with homecoming, regional opponent, but great game. I mean, the defense did their job again. The offense balanced, but just we ended up with 6 touchdown passes. I'm sure you're aware, 4 in the first half, 4 to the same players. Zakai Steele with a great game, over 100 yards again. And so what was it about the way the Carroll lined up that caused us to the passing game to be so effective?
Well, I think my coaches had a really good game plan defensively. And then Coach Cornegay did a great job. Him and Coach Lamb and my whole offensive staff, Coach Mayo and Coach Lowry, they did a wonderful job in keeping that Carroll guessing with especially us changing quarterbacks with Todd McCoy starting and then Jalen Wright coming in. So we really had them guessing. Sometimes they go cover 0, and we caught them in there one time with the deep pass to Slaughter. We caught them in cover 0. Then they was blitzing also. So we had a good game plan, and like I said before, Coach Cornegay and Coach Rivers put a good game plan in, and our boys came out and played really well.
Well, another thing I just have, it came to me as we were sitting here. We talked about we're seeing Ty and Jalen play, and they complemented each other well Friday night, I thought. And of course, anytime you can develop depth is a good thing. So I noticed that, Fernando Salas had an opportunity to kick a couple extra points early in that game. So we saw him for the first time the week before in Headland. But is that just an attempt to get him some experience in case we need him down the road?
That too. But Coop wasn't having his best night also. So I was trying to light a fire up on there. And I did that. But he's, like I said before, Fernando's gonna be good for us. But Cooper's still our kicker. He's still our starting kicker, and we believe in him. I mean, everybody don't have good games every week, and so that's all that was. But we still had too many penalties. And had some mishaps on special teams. So that's some of the stuff we harped on this week.
Right.
Meetings.
That's right. Well, I'm cleaning it up. I mean, and I guess we've done a pretty good. I guess you're never going to play a perfect game, but as a coach, that's what you're striving for, obviously. But you're going. I mean, kids are kids, and kids are human, and humans make mistakes. So there's going to be some mistakes here and there. But I guess
I tell our kids, just like we game plan for them, they game plan for us.
That's right.
So I mean, we want you as coaches to go out there and be perfect, but we know it's not going to happen.
That's right. Well, that's why the other team's coming up with a plan and a scheme and trying to get your guys out of position. So, but anyway, so Carroll, they threw the ball well. So how did that help Coach Rivers in the defense going forward in the season?
Oh, it really helped. I mean, Coach Rivers always come with a good game plan week in and week out. But we knew going in that they really wanted to do play action and then go for the deep ball. And we knew that quarterback had a strong arm, but he wasn't very accurate with it through all the films that we've seen. So if we stopped the run, then we know the play action was coming. And then so that's the game plan that we had for him.
Yeah, he had one of the best. Kind of a wind up on his throw, but when he let it go,
like that too. He's a really good looking kid.
Yeah, but he had one of the strongest arms I've seen in person on the high school level. I mean, you played against AJ McCarron,
correct?
And I mean, I put his arm up there strength wise with AJ, or maybe even better than AJ from sheer throwing the football.
Yeah, he can throw it now. He can throw it.
Yeah. So but anyway, so the Tigers 2-2 now. No, I'm sorry. 2-1, 2-1 in region play, 3-2 overall, and so right now, if the season ends today, we're in the playoffs, but still some important games on the slate. We step outside the region play this week with the Tumpka, and this will just be the 5th time we played with Tumpka in the history of the schools. Of course, you played in 2 of those previous 8 games. Had a chance to play up there and here, and so. You got a unique experience having experienced this game as a player.
Yeah, I know for the games I do remember we played here. The quarterback was Tevin Washington. I think he played at Georgia Tech. We had to shoot out here. I want to say that was our homecoming game back then, but we had a high scoring affair.
Well, they were actually region opponents for us back when in your junior and senior years. So they were playing 5A ball then. Stanhope and Wetumpka was in our region at that time. So. Some things have changed since then, but we will talk about the Wetumpka game after we come back from this commercial break. You're listening to the Chick-Fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender and direct FDIC.
At Glover Funeral Home, family means everything. Owned and operated by Kendall and Caroline Hanahan Glover. We live by our motto, our family serving your family. We treat each family we serve as one of our own, providing care and support during your time of need. Our dedicated staff is available 24/7 by email, phone, or in person. When you need us most, Glover Funeral Home is here for you because family always comes first.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-7034.
R.W. Wingate and Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate and Company for your accounting needs.
Let's get started.
Now that we have your attention, call Lauren Streeter with Lake Home Realty for all of your real estate needs.
Stephen W. Bryan, candidate for Barber County Commission, District 2, is a big supporter of Eufaula Tiger football. Stephen lives, works, worships, and shops in our county, and his motto is, I am here. He plans to be accessible to the people of his district and will share his personal email and phone numbers. Stephen says, I ultimately will answer my God for the choices I make and take that seriously. I will be teachable, respectful, genuine, a man of integrity, and above board in every decision I make for the betterment of the whole of Barber County. Paid for by the Friends of Stephen W. Bryan for County Commission.
Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Brian says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
Hey, we're back on the Chick-Fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Coach Jernigan, we talked about it. This will be the 9th ever meeting between Eufaula and Wetumpka. The series is tied 4-4. We said you played against them your junior and senior years. You did win here 34-27, a fairly high-scoring game, an exciting game. I remember that game. The previous year, we went up there and lost 28-14. So Eufaula's 1-2. At Wetumpka, so we'll look to even that up at 2-2 when we go up there tomorrow night. There's also some other things on the line. There's a personal rivalry between you and Bear, I guess.
Yeah, that's my college teammate. We've been knowing each other for a long time, so we got some little wages on a little steak dinner. So, but yeah, that's about it on that.
So Wetumpka comes into this game looking at their season. They're 2-3. I guess the only common opponent between us was Russell County. And, of course, I would still say we played one of our better games of the year against Russell County that second week of the season. You may or may not agree, but I just thought particularly the second half, I guess the last quarter and a half of that Russell County game, we really
we did. I think that's where my offensive line played their best ball right there in Russell County. They came into as one right there, and Tom McCoy really showed that he can go out there and play on this level.
He really did. He ran the ball particularly well in the second half, and of course he had at least two touchdown passes that game. So when you look at the Russell County, the next week after that loss, they went to Wetumpka and was able to defeat the Indians 21-17. I'm sure you've watched that film. What was Russell County able to do in that game?
Basically, what Russell County went out there and had some good formations for them offensively, and they threw the ball around, and they also ran the ball too. They got a good running back there, which at number 4, I thought he's one of the best running backs we faced all year. And they got turnovers, and they played a complete game. So that's exactly what we got to do going in there tomorrow night. Is from number 1, don't turn the ball over, and number 2, on defense, rally to the ball and tackle.
Okay, so what can we expect from Wetumpka? What's their base offensive set?
Well, basically they run a spread, but they kind of like us. They got a 2-quarterback system. They got a freshman that they play a little, and then they got an athlete they put back there, kind of like Jalen Wright. He goes back there and they run his own read also with him. So basically we just got to know who's at quarterback, and know our keys, and do your assignment defensively, and the offense go in and do what we do up front, run the ball. And then, adjust when they adjust on defense. So that's pretty much it.
So, when you step up in classification, they are a 6A program, bigger school than us. A lot of times that shows itself on the line of scrimmage. A lot of times, how are they up front on both sides of the ball?
Oh, they're pretty good up front. Defensive line, I think it's probably be with the second best D line we faced all year, with Catholic being number one. They got two ends that can really play. I think one of them got a ULM commit, and another getting a look from UAB. So they pretty stout on defense on the D line and offensive line. They move well. They pull, guards pull and stuff. But they got a running back there that's pretty big. He's about 6'2", probably about 230, 225 back there in number 11, and he runs the ball hard for him.
Okay. So
that's why I'm harping on our defense. We got to get there, wrap up, and gang tackle.
Got to be physical.
Correct.
And like you said, gang tackle if he's that big. So how are they as far as big plays? Have they had very many big plays this year?
I wouldn't say very many, but they have had some this year, but they try to lull you to sleep by running the ball, then hit you over the top with them. So we got to be just play sound ball. The DBs got to stay back, don't try to come up too quick, try to get involved in that run game,
right?
To make sure no one is sneaking behind them.
Yeah. So that leads into the next question I was going to ask about their passing game, receivers and quarterback. How well have they thrown the ball up to this point?
They don't want to throw it. I mean, they can throw it. They throw it some around this year, but if we get them to throwing the ball, I think we got it when we want them. If we get them throwing the ball, so I know Coach Rivers' main focus is, and that's any game, any team, stopping the run first. But if we can get them on 3rd and long and have them throwing the ball, I think we got it when we want them.
Okay, well that's good. The defense for them, they've given up they gave up 21 points to Russell County. It's exactly the same number of points that we surrendered to Russell County. They're pretty good because that's the most they've given up all year: 14, 15, 21, 17, and 19. So it would appear they've got a pretty stout defense.
They got a pretty good defense. They do a lot of stuff, and that's coming from Bear background, being in the Canadian ball. They blitz a lot. He bring blitzes from everywhere, A gap, B gap, playing corner blitzes. So offensive line is going to be pivotal for them to keep their eyes up and see where the blitzes are coming from. And also the running back battle to step up and help the offensive line out to take those linebackers that are coming to there running free so we can keep our quarterback upright.
So they blitz a lot inside. They don't bring the blitz from outside.
He bring them from everywhere. Like I said, that goes back to his Canadian background and him playing linebacker, being defensive coach. They blitz inside, they bring corner blitzes. So, like I said, offensive line just got to have their heads up, and then they just got to communicate with the backs.
So, where did he play in the Canadian League? Which team did he play on?
I want to say it was over. He played for Saskatchewan, I think was one of them.
Is that the Rough Riders? I think
one more, and one more other team over there.
Okay,
I'm not sure the second.
All right. Well, that's all right. So you mentioned the big running back 11. Who else? What's another number that we're setting to call quite a bit?
6 on offense for them, 6 and 11. So just got to make sure we know they're at all times.
Yeah. So
got one question, Keith. It says it's asking Coach. It says Wetumpka's lost 3 games this year, but only by 10 points in 3 games. Do you feel like you've worked out the penalties that we experienced last week? This week?
You never know about that. I hope so. We went back and filmed and harped on them and showed them the penalty that all the mistakes they made and stuff. But like you said, they teenage kids, so you never know. But I hope we're done with all the penalties.
There was another question that came in,
and I will say a couple of those holding penalties was not holding. So I will say that
it was about the heat timeout.
Okay, yeah. So officiating is so subjective. I mean, it's a hard job.
It's
a hard job.
It's a hard job for them.
It's a hard job, and they don't see everything. They got to be in position. They got to hustle to be in position to see it. They may not see the same angle that we're seeing from the sidelines or that you're seeing. It is a tough job, but I guess I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about that. We had goal to go situations 3 or 4 times in the game, and either we'd have a penalty or a negative play. It seems like. I'm sure that's something y'all worked on this week or talked about this week. What would you attribute that to? I mean, just
without giving anything go from us, like a couple of our penalties come on when we have a lot of motion and moving in, trading around, and we have some linemen don't stay in there, and then a couple of them was bad snaps.
Okay.
And hopefully we got that fixed this week at practice. I know Coach Mayo do an outstanding job with his O-line, and they've been getting snaps more than we've been having about 3 or 4 centers back there snapping over 100 balls a day. So,
well, we did a good job overcoming them. I know the first goal to go was first and goal from the,
and that really irks you because I think we was on like the 2-3 yard line.
Yeah, and we ended
get a high snap.
Well,
and then we end up missing the field goal that drive.
Yeah, well, that one we started first and goal from 2 or 3, like you said. We ended up 3rd and goal from the 24, I think it was, and we tried. It was 4th and goal from the 24, and we missed the 41-yard field goal.
Right.
I think it was, and the field goal looked good. It couldn't have been missed by much. It had to be a little wide left, but it looked good. Had plenty of leg on it.
Yeah, he had plenty of leg.
So, but then the first time we had goal to go, we had first and goal from the 2 or maybe the 1 or 2, and we ended up throwing a touchdown pass on 3rd and 7, but we went backwards on first and second down. So,
but the big thing that saved was that we had big plays. We had big plays, but we can't afford to do that every week.
Well, you can't always count on the big plays.
Correct, and we're not a good enough offense to get behind the chains and just rely on big plays all night.
That's right. So it's all coachable moments, but it's a good thing when you can coach them up and coach on the mistakes when you win 41-7. So congratulations on last week. Best wishes tomorrow night as we travel to Wetumpka. Of course, it wasn't in my plans this week to drive to Wetumpka, but I guess next year we'll be glad that we're at home for that game.
Correct.
So anything special anybody needs to know traveling to Wetumpka tomorrow?
Their protocols just like us, clear bag policy. When you're in, no going out, no reentry like that. Kids 6 and under free though. I think that's something different from us. Kids 6 and under gets in free.
If you're keeping up with a 3 or 4 year old, you probably deserve to let them in free, right? So
and tomorrow we'll be in all white. So
okay.
Encourage everybody to make the trip with us. Hope the weather ain't too bad from this afternoon, and come down and cheer us on.
All right, sounds good. Best wishes, Coach.
All right,
safe travels tomorrow, and we'll hopefully see you on something tomorrow.
All right, thank you, and go Tigers.
All right, we'll be back with special guest Mayor Jack Tibbs. Mayor Jack Tibbs will join us on the Coach's Show after this commercial break.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson, and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutterman Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful durable finish.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Barber County's original newspaper for local news is the Clayton Record. The Clayton Record is a Cherry Hill media publication that's been around for over 150 years, covering Barber County and the surrounding area. Online and print subscriptions are available starting as low as $2.99 per month. Call them today to sign up and never miss what's going on. Visit www.claytonrecord.com or call 334-775-3254. Covering the county from the county seat, the Clayton Record.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
In sports, every point counts, and at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey, we're back on the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show, and while we have a moment, I wanted to thank Daniel Pulley, the owner-operator here in Eufaula Chick-fil-A. We appreciate him sponsoring the Coaches Show. This is the second year of that sponsorship, and we really appreciate it. And I know you as fans appreciate having the opportunity to hear the coach during each weekend and the special guests that we bring on from time to time. This week, we're calling into action Mayor Jack Tibbs to update everyone on what's been going on as we prepare for possible impacts from Hurricane Helene. I know it's been a busy 24 to 48 hours for you, I'm sure.
Absolutely. We're working hard to be prepared, and I think our staff has done an excellent job. Of course, we coordinate with all the different agencies here in Eufaula or in this area. The Alabama Power and the Corps of Engineers. We got some flooding concerns in this one, so I think we're as ready as we can possibly be for something like this. We just have to wait and see what comes.
That's right. Well, I mean, we were talking to Coach Jernigan that this has been an unusual football season already. I mean, go back a couple of weeks, and with all the flooding and the rain we got then, the football game got moved twice. And then here we are 2 weeks later, and they're shifting it, not playing at home. They're going to Wetumpka to play because of what's happening here. And so same thing for you. I mean, I know that was a unique event with the flooding. We saw some places flood in Eufaula that I never would have thought would have flooded 2 weeks ago. Are we concerned about the same type of thing happening potentially?
Absolutely. What we had, that event 2 weeks ago, we had about 4 to 6 inches of rain leading up to the weekend, and then we had 6 inches of rain in about 3 hours time. And that's probably a 25, 30 year event for that to happen like that much rain to come in such a short time.
Right.
So it just overwhelms our storm drains and backs that water up. And since that time, we've checked all of our drainage system and most, not finding anything clogged up. We've done some cleaning in areas, but it's just a lot of water at one time. It's just hard to manage it. With the way these systems were built, these systems that we're dealing with, our storm water systems are, they're in some cases 100 years old.
I was going to say 100 years probably.
So, that's a very rare thing, and we could be looking at that again, unfortunately. And on the watershed of the Chattahoochee River is going to get a lot of rain. The Corps, they've been proactive this week. They've been steadily dropping the water. They've dropped it almost 3 foot, and we're going to get a lot of water in the system. And I just got off the phone with the Corps, head of the Corps in this area, just a little while ago, just to get some updates from him. And we don't really know until this thing gets here, but it's going to dump a lot of water, and we can only let so much go south because there's so much water that's falling in all these areas. So hopefully they'll do a good job managing it, and maybe we'll get a little break from the storm. We just have to wait and see.
So I know in the last 24 hours we've had 4 inches or so.
Absolutely.
And so what are the projections? I know yesterday I saw projections of 8 to 10 inches for.
The last thing I saw yesterday evening was 6 to 8 and 10 in some areas. So
okay.
So hopefully with the storm, looks like it's shifted a little further to the east. Hopefully hopefully that'll give us a little bit of break and help us manage what we got coming. We'll just have to wait and see. It's a wait and see game with these big storms, and unfortunately, we've had a lot of experience over the last 10 years with these things, and I think we're as prepared, best prepared as we've ever been for one of these things.
So I know is there a shelter being set up in town?
Yeah, we went ahead yesterday and announced that we're going to open up the community center for people that locals and evacuees that are coming through that maybe cannot find lodging. The community center will be open today at 12 o'clock, and we'll take people in then. Don't have a lot of resources there. I mean, there's those restrooms and that. I've asked people, if you do come, bring a lounge chair, a pillow, and your favorite blanket, and you'll be safe there in that building. If you live in maybe an older home, or even maybe a mobile home or something like that. The good thing about this storm, there are some possibilities of tornadoes, but it's a very low possibility. Can't rule them out, but the big thing in this storm is going to be wind and water. So it is open, and we welcome anyone that feels like they need a place to go to.
Well, the good thing about the community center is there are multiple restrooms in there, and there are showers.
The showers there
as well.
Correct. At some point in time, we may even try to get some cots and stuff like that for later events. Of course, we just went through a major remodel there, and it looks great. So folks can play all the basketball they want during the storm and weather it out there. So thanks to Keith Pettis and his crew for opening it up.
Yeah. So how many people do you have any idea how many can be accommodated there?
You know, we've done this before in other hurricanes, and normally 25 people. I'm expecting. Don't really know what to expect. There could be 200 or 200. So we'll just manage it when it comes. That's that's just the unknowns that you have to deal with here. But
you mentioned wind speed, and if who knows where the storm will actually track, but if it continues on the current track and it stays as far east of us as it is, what are we expecting?
So what they're saying, first thing this morning, the last thing we saw was there's actually some good news. It's going to be hovering below 30, and maybe some gust up to 45, 50. That's better news than we had yesterday, where they were talking about wind speeds in the 40s and gust up in the 50s. So if we can keep that wind under 30, that's still a lot of wind, but that'll be better than get up those 40 and 50 wind speeds. That's going to create some damage for sure.
Yeah. So
Keith, I got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
One from Dothan. They want to know if the hotels here are full.
I have not gotten an update on that. There were a lot of people coming in yesterday. We can get that information out to them if you get us a number.
The other is garbage and limb pickup today, tomorrow.
All right, there'll be no limb pickup today or tomorrow due to the Barbie County landfill is closed. We're picking up the Thursday routes today, and we're asking everyone to go ahead as soon as your
and that's garbage, right?
Garbage, yeah, household garbage. As soon as your pickup's made, secure your garbage can, because it's going to get windy tonight. And then we moved Friday's pickup to Saturday morning. So and we ask that you don't put your can out until late Friday afternoon after the storm's passed.
And that leads into the next question I was going to ask you. At the current time, what time of day or night are we expecting the storm to pass by here?
The storm has actually slowed down a little bit. It was barreling pretty good, and that was another concern, because when a storm's moving fast, it's going to pack a little harder punch. But it looks like it's slowing down some. It's going to be during the night, and that creates a lot of problems just because of the darkness. We're asking everyone. and this is very important, please stay at home unless you have to go to work or if you have some kind of a family emergency. Stay off the roads because you've got downed trees. The scariest thing is the power lines. You cannot see power lines at night when they're down. And we've had in past storms, we've had people getting out wanting to see the storm during the storm and running into these trees. There's flooding across the roads. You saw this last, saw this last week. There was actually some roads that got washed out, and if we get a lot of rain, we're going to have that problem again. Some of those same places, they've been patched and not completely repaired. So stay at home. If you have an emergency at the house, call 911, and we will get to you. So I will ask the residents if you see a problem, a down power line, flooding across a road or a washed out road or a tree across the road, please call our police department at 334-687-1200 and dial 0 and report that location. And as soon as possible, we'll get a crew there to either clean it up or barricade the road off. So please stay at home, stay off the roads if you can. If you have an emergency, call 911. Stay off those roads.
So you mentioned that about emergency services or whatever. Are they on call? Are they on duty during this time?
No, we've brought in extra staff. We've coordinated with Medical Center Barber. They've got extra staff in case needed. The fire department only answers calls. They're not out patrolling. The police department will be out patrolling along with myself, looking for hazards. And as we identify hazards, we will dispatch our public works people out to bury. We won't be cleaning them up during the storm, but we will barricade them off. Same thing with the power company. The power company, they do an excellent job restoring power, but they cannot work if the wind speeds are 30 miles or over in these buckets. So
right.
As soon as the conditions allow, we'll get out there and clean these things up as quickly as possible, clean the roads up. The main thing we'll be doing is identifying them and then barricading them off so people won't run into it and or run across a flooded road or a washed out road or a power line. So I can't emphasize enough, stay in your home, stay at home. Don't create another emergency that we got to deal with by being out there.
And assume those lines are live. That happens so much.
Assume those lines are live, and if you hit a power line running down the road, it's not gonna be good. So they're very hard to see. I've been out there many times during these storms, and it's very dangerous to be out there. So places that normally don't flood will have water coming over the roads. 431, if we get the kind of rain that they're talking about, it'll look like a river out there. So please stay at home. Go ahead and get your shopping done, early today. If you need groceries or whatever, anything you need, fill your car up with gas and be prepared. Monitor. You need to monitor your weather devices during this storm for tornadoes. If a tornado does pop up, they say there's a low probability, but they're not ruling them out. Monitor your weather device. Have a plan in place if you do have an emergency at the house, and we'll get through this thing.
Right. Well, being on the west side of the storm, it does lessen our tornado risk.
It does, and but you can't rule anything out, and just be prepared. Always over prepare for these kind of situations. It's going to be a challenging event either way. Moving to the west, moving to the east a little bit is hopefully giving us a little bit of relief, and we'll work through it, and everybody will be fine.
And pray for no more hurricanes this year. I understand there's another one developing behind.
Yeah. I think this is number 9, and it's just it's a roll of the dice where they're going, and we live in an area of the country where we're going to see one periodically. So it's our turn, I guess, but we'll get through it.
That's right.
Good Lord will watch over us, and we'll get through it.
That's right. Well, anything else you would like to share before we?
Well, yeah, I'd like to compliment you guys. I'm out of town a lot of times and traveling, and I get to watch the game on Facebook Live, and you guys are great. Y'all do an excellent job. I always say that these guys need to be calling some of these college games. You know, they really do a good job. We appreciate what you guys do.
Right.
It's you know, everybody can't get out to the games, and you're as good as any NFL announcers. I'll give you that. So thank y'all.
Well, we appreciate the compliment.
Yes, sir.
And hope everything goes well in this. We pray
sir.
that no one suffers any kind of loss or anything that
Absolutely.
is less than we expect.
Absolutely. And if you see some of the city staff out there, thank them. You know, they worked really hard over the last week and a half preparing for this, and I think we're ready for whatever comes at us. We're ready.
Well, good deal.
Thank y'all for having me on.
Yes, sir. Come back anytime.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We appreciate that. And that'll do it for another edition of the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. For Doug Apple, I'm Keith Brown. Wish you a good day, good rest of the day. Stay safe tonight, and we'll be with you tomorrow night from Wetumpka, between the Eufaula High School Tigers and Wetumpka Indians. Until tomorrow, go Tigers.
Go Tigers, baby.